like a Friday night.
What up, Nitro? Ladies, so we live in life. Quan.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. You're tuning to the episode of the Wunderkind Morning Show live. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Listen, this internet over here is crazy, but it is what it is. We're live. We're probably going to be live for about 40 minutes today, but we're going to have a good show. I have everything lined up. Let's get to the chat, see how everybody's doing. Y'all seen what I put out? Y'all seen the short? How I said Lamar was in the how he was in the locker room? Bruh, that junk has been going crazy. It's doing numbers on TikTok and YouTube. King Blade, first in the building. What up, bro? Abdi, yo, what up? Will I Am, dab on him one time. King Lee, my bro, glad you're here. Ashley Shelton, always a pleasure to have you, madam. Zigo Kage, what up? Jay, what up? Jared Thomas, what up? Jared ready, bro. Jared ready. Moggs, what up? This man said, good morning, flock. You know what it is, bro. Morning. Stacy, glad you're here with us this morning. Let's see. Chris, glad you're here this morning with us, madam. Let's see who else. Zeke Hokage. What up, my bro? What up? Hop. Eli Sports Guy, what up? Ravens Talk with Yolanda. Very nice you were with us this morning. Yolanda, always a nice time to have you. Guys, you know her and Hendo do lives on the Rogue Pod. Please go over there, support. She has her own channel too, Ravens Talk with Yolanda. Please go and support them. You already know it's all love. Always try to support the community. They put out really good content. I be in there causing absolute mayhem and havoc in their chat. Love those guys and ladies. So please go out there and support them, people. Please hit that like and subscribe for them. They're trying to grow the channel just like we are. Show them some love. Benny Lokini! What up? Nightmare, what up? Jared Thomas at Nitro Shady already said we have to stop sleeping and hating on Josh Johnson QB. Who's we? Oh. People don't know you a Josh Allen guy. That's why I flex with you. I know you a Josh Allen guy, Jared, but they're not. See, that's what I'm trying to say. People don't like to be real about certain things. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. Dexter Perkins, what up? Producer, what up? Delvon's in the building. Alicia Merritt, glad you're here with us this morning. How are you doing? Mike, what up? Dwiz, what up? All right, guys. We are in this piece. Let's get this party started. Okay, so yesterday I touched on it, talked about it a little bit. Everybody knew about or what was going on, that Harbaugh had removed everything that was fun from the locker room. Now, here's the thing, guys, and I said this yesterday during one of my videos. I'm going to say it again now. A coach can't do everything that a player can do, and a player can't do everything a coach can do. I want you to understand the dichotomy of that. You know what I mean? A coach, that's why they have player-only meetings. A coach can't come to a group of players and be like, you know what? Y'all lazy, blank y'all, doing all type of stuff like that. They can't come to the team like that. Even though they're supposed to be the heads, they can't do that, or they may lose the locker room. Because I know everyone's saying, oh, y'all were mad that Harbaugh was the one that did it. Yeah, because there's certain things a coach can do or is supposed to do, and there's certain things that players are supposed to do. And you even remember when there was a thing that came out when Harbaugh had cussed out the players, when Ed Reed that was there, and Ed Reed was like, hey, yo, who you talking to, right? But when they had player-only meetings And Ray Lewis stepped up and said, hey, yo! And it got down and dirty in there. What did they say? The coaches, leave. We don't want you to see this. Yo, Mike, have you seen that clip, right? Oh! Bro, that clip already got like 51,000 views on it on Twitter. And it got like 6,000 views on YouTube. It's been going, bro. Shout outs to you for seeing it. But yeah, Lamar the new Denzel. He said, football ain't fun, is it? Is it? Is it? I was like, boy. Tila M, good morning to you, madam. Glad you're here with us. But yeah, so that was always my point. If Harbaugh would have taken away everything from the players, it would have came off wrong. Because then it's like you're trying to punish kids, right? The leaders of the team, which the leader of the team is Lamar, said, nah, the coaches ain't doing that. I'm doing that. Went out there and handled business. That's the same thing when I tell y'all that it's not up to Lamar to go find players. That's not his job. That's the GM's job. You hear me when I say certain people have jobs? What are your responsibilities? There's a reason why I talk about that stuff. There's a reason why I bring that stuff up. This is one of those cases. And I'm not faulting Lamar for doing it. If Derrick Henry would have did it, I wouldn't have faulted Derrick Henry for doing it either. If Roquan would have did it, I wouldn't have faulted Roquan for doing it. Like any of the leaders of the team saying, look, guys, games is over. Playtime is over. It's time for business. You think I'm going to get mad for any of my players stepping up and be like, sir, yes, sir. You think I'm going to have a problem with that? You think I'm going to sit there and look at them and be like, no, doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. And this is why it's so frustrating, right? Because now you have people trying to spin it like, oh, well, it was Harbaugh doing it. Y'all had a problem with it. But just because you're liking Lamar, y'all got a problem with it. You see why I always stay firm to what I say? And I don't deviate because of how people feel? Because that'll set you up for failure. Heather McCubbins, glad you were here with us this morning, madam. Garrison, what up? You feel what I'm trying to say? Harbaugh knew, and this is why I'll give Harbaugh props. He knew Lamar's the one that did it and said, it ain't me, it's not my job to say that. He knew his lane, and he stayed his butt for once in his lane. And to show you how crazy it is, he took the smack for it. Because everybody was done, like, that's not what happened, but it is what it is. The leaders got to the team. He didn't even say a leader. He said leaders. He technically lied to us. And then it had to come out, and Lamar had to say, nah, it was me. Because you already know Marlo can't hold water. Marlo be itching. Like one of them addicts. For some news and drama. Yet, Gregory Smith, it was you that said, okay, Gregory, because I said it yesterday, I said, somebody in the chat had told me it was you, Greg. All right, cool. Shout out to you. Good morning to you, bro. Yeah, bro. So it was you. So you were 100% right about that, Gregory. And I tell you, if you're right, Nitro will get up here and say, you were right. I was wrong. I didn't believe. But God showed me. Not the fact He showed everybody. Shout out to you, Greg, for being 100% correct on that. Yeah, 100% correct. And then Lamar doubled down and said, yeah, it was me. And everyone's like, yo. And Mike Evans says, Nitro, you broke it down perfectly on why there's a difference between Harbs doing it in the players. Yeah. We're not talking about regular players. This is not high school. These are grown men. And sometimes you have to police yourselves. It's not on the coach. Ravens talk with Yolanda said, I'm glad Lamar had the games removed. This team needs to be serious 100% of the time for the remainder of the season. You talk that talk, girl. Facts. Yes. Facts. And then people don't seem to understand that they're lost in the sauce. Lost. Nitro, I have to shake my head at Nick Wright again. Once again, he went off on the tush push. One of the NFL to literally step in and ban it. To see, because his team can't do it and nobody else can stop. You know what's crazy about the tush push? Pivoting a little bit. Nobody else can do it as well as they do. There's no other reason to ban it outside of a team had found a play that they are so good at doing and nobody else can copy it at their level or their success rate. The Bills can't. We watch the Ravens. They can't. The Kansas City Chiefs darn sure can't. They can't. We watched another team try it and got stopped. Our team tried it twice and got stopped on the one. So that's what I'm trying to say, bro. And that's and Dwayne, you say I'm glad it was LJ. I'm glad it was him too. You know why? Because he's the quarterback. That's why. Quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, defensive ends, they're not the same. They're not. Y'all ever notice that a quarterback can argue a lot of times, or sometimes, not all the time, can argue sometime with management, right? They could be in those rooms with management when the defensive end, who's the best player on the team, cannot be there. Running back done had 2,000 yards, MVP, can't do that. Wide receiver catching everything. He got all the balls. Pause. He can't do that. Even the assistant coaches can't do that. But see that quarterback? He can do it. Because what he is, you know what, bro, I got the perfect breakdown for what a quarterback is. The quarterback is the avatar. If y'all grew up watching Avatar, Sip the Tally, that's coach. Shout out to my guy there, man. What's up, bro? Wakanda forever. Shout out to Sip the Tally for being here, man. Y'all go give him some love. Support his channel. Y'all know we break stuff down perfectly. Show him some love, guys. Show him some love. We doing good, bro. We doing good. On this beautiful Friday. It ain't Friday. On a Friday night. It's not Friday. It's Thursday. It's Thursday. Or it's Wednesday. My bad. Y'all crazy. But all right. So what I mean by the QB is the avatar. He is the bridge between management and the players. That's what the avatar is. If you ever watched the cartoon, the avatar was the bridge between the spirit realm and the human realm. He could do so many different things. He was very powerful, right? Of course, there are people in the spirit realm that are more powerful than him, right? But he could be in those rooms with them based on understanding. But he was still human. So he could be with humans, but humans understood his position. That man, Lamar, is the avatar. He's got the arrow on his forehead. Earth, fire, water, air. That's what he is. That's what a quarterback's job is. Like that, and if you don't know what Avatar is, there's other ways I can explain it to you. But if you ever watched Avatar, you grew up in the 90s and even the early 2000s when Avatar came out, that's a perfect example of what that is. Because the QB's job is to be in the rooms with the GMs, the coaches, but he's still a player. So he comes with the knowledge or the emotional attachment of a player, but the business acumen of the front office. Because, mind you, he wants his money. Still wants his money like he's a player because I can give you that money. But his money is so large that he can demand certain things that other players cannot demand. Now, is he stronger than the GM? No. Is he strong? Can the owner say, I'm done with you? Yes. But he lives in a world that the other players do not live in. That's why I was happy that Lamar did this. Because some people might have taken it differently if it was even Derrick Henry that did it. And mind you, I've already said this. If Roquan would have did it, Kyle Hamilton would have did it, Derrick Henry would have did it. The only person I didn't want to do it is Marlo. Because Marlo be on that glizzy tour. And he could go glizzy his way out of the way. You know what I'm saying? But if any of those other leaders were the ones that did it, I would have never had a problem with it. But having a coach do it looks like he's trying to police his players like they're children. Can't do it. And that's why I'm happy that it was Lamar that did it. And shout out to that, because you remember when everything had dropped when it had happened. Check it. I got it right here.
That was actually a player change, believe it or not, by somebody. I don't know if they put that out there, but yeah. So, so fun locker room to a not as fun. Talk to your locker mate. Fun locker room.
Connect. Let's figure this out.
Yeah,
locker room.
We don't need no games up in here. Only games we need to play is out there on the grass, and we need to win them. So
that's for sure.
Small change. Obviously, did that really do anything? Who knows? But we're 1-0 moving forward. Bow.
We want to know. We don't know if you want to leak the news. I don't know what player.
Yeah, do you want to leak the news?
Maybe we get into some controversy there.
The player. It's one of the best players on our team.
Could be you. Could be you.
It ain't you.
Top 2 player best on our team. Lamar
Could
Jackson.
be you.
Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson.
All right.
He said, "Man, we having too much fun up here. Get this stuff out here." So he got it out. And
Shout out to QB, man.
Shout out to QB, man. Let's go. Let's roll.
Yeah, man.
Let's roll.
Taking a little leadership role.
And then, when that dropped, everyone was like, whoa. Because mind you, Gregory Smith came in here and said that he said it on his podcast. I didn't see it pop. Then it popped. I was like, oh, it's true. Much more they're trying to do in the locker room. Then Lamar came out.
Said on this podcast, yesterday, today, that you were the one guy who wanted the games out of the locker room. Is that true?
Oh, yeah.
With anyone else?
I told Kaneko, our head equipment guy, I told him to take all the games and ping pong, turn the TVs off. If we could have took the TVs out, they would have been out too, but I appreciate Mr. Steve for putting that in there for us, but yeah, we had to focus. I wouldn't say people don't take the job serious, don't get me wrong, but like, I didn't feel like it was the time for that, we got a lot of work to do.
What's it going to take to get them back in?
Keep winning. Because we're not going to have them the rest of the year, so keep winning. Probably have them next year, summertime, OTAs or something, but right now, that's not the focus.
Now, I'm going to say something real quick, right? Shout out to Coach. Me and Coach had talked about this before, and, certain people I'm usually dealing with a lot of. So I remember Coach was really against tanking also. And I remember he brought it up, and people were like, nah, we need to tank. And I specifically said it on Coach's show. I said, Lamar's not going to tank. She's not built that way. Take it from a guy that's talked to the guy, that checks up on the guy. I'm telling you, he's not built that way. He's not. He is one, bro, like, he's cut from that cloth of the old school. He don't believe in tanking. He don't believe in just giving up games. He don't. And I kept trying to get that through to a lot of people. People was like, oh, it make a business move. Even when the original stuff had happened when he was trying to get his contract, and I said, he's really hurt. Then when it came out after he was really hurt, everyone's like, oh, he was really hurt. Crack, he probably barely could walk. Like, yeah, Lamar don't play those games, bro. He don't. When it comes to winning, he likes to win at everything. And this goes to anybody that's been a true competitor in their life. You understand exactly where I'm coming from. He hates losing more than he likes winning. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but anybody that's been a competitor in their life, mind you, I didn't grow up in football. I was a basketball player. But if you were a true competitor at some time in your life, I don't care if it was soccer, football, basketball, table tennis, that man hates losing more than he likes winning. That's his DNA. So, like, I already knew that he wasn't going to go. If he couldn't come out, it's because he couldn't go. He could not go. So now we're in a predicament now, but we get him back on Thursday, and we get him back at 100%. Coach is the same way. Thank you. My family used to hate that with me. Like, Uno, anything we're playing, I'm trying to win. Like, I'm trying to win. I remember when I was a kid, and I used to play for a team called the Grizzlies. And I'll never forget it, bro. It was one of my better games. I was like 11 years old. And I had like 35, 36 points in the game. And we lost. And I remember my father was looking at, because we had to go to a church function after. It was like a field day. And right after we lost the game, I was in the vehicle. I remember tears were just running down my face, and I was pissed. And then my dad was just like, "It's all right. This is what did happen. Win some, you lose some. Now you got to figure out how you don't lose it again, like how y'all lost today. And mind you, I missed bro, when I'm talking about I was hot, I was on fire. I was on fire. I had like 36 points that game. And I'm just sitting there like, tears running down my face. I got to the church thing and everyone's like, hey, because my real name is William. So, it's William. So so they had seen my name and they're like, hey, Will, is everything okay? And I'm like, bro, I wasn't trying to talk to nobody. Zelda tonight for the $5 donation. First donation. That's Nitro, the only tank in Baltimore. Better be Gervonta. Bars. Hey, yo, bars. Bars. That's, bro, Zelly. Don't try to show me up like that, bro. Can't be coming with all them bars like that. Shout out to the donation, though, bro, from you, bro. Best Nation donation. Yeah, bro, I'll never forget that. I think at that time I was second in the league in scoring in the league that we were in. I was like 11 years old. And we had lost to the Hornets, but that game, it was a game before the playoffs. We needed one game to make the playoffs, and if we lost this game in the next game, we wouldn't make the playoffs. So we won the next game, but we lost. I was so pissed. I thought we were going to miss the playoffs. And I was just, there was no reason with me. Jared Thomas with a $5 donation. Nitro, Ryan Clark recently said that Jaden Daniels is already a better playoff QB than Lamar Jackson. He's doing it again. Listen, they feed off of Lamar negativity. They've built their platforms on Lamar negativity. Most of these guys have gotten big for their absurd Lamar Jackson takes. That's why the media has been so clamoring and scratching for anything in Baltimore, because they haven't had that same oomph in their media stuff when Lamar's not there. You even see first things first with Chris Bouchard, right? When we were losing and then Lamar got hurt, right? That whole I'm dressing up in all pro, doing the whole eating bit, it was going viral for them. It was doing big numbers for them. Once he couldn't do that no more because they were losing and then Lamar got hurt, he was like, oh man, the show missed the whole section of itself. That's why you've seen them all try to do it. So it's nothing new. That's how they're going to, and they're going to keep doing it. Because Lamar, negative publicity on Lamar equals dollar signs. And anything that makes money makes sense. No matter how bad it is. I grew up in a time where all money ain't good money. They don't care. They come from the cloth of money is money. Shout out to you, Jared, for the donation, bro. Best Nation donation. Go mine, the new Ravens. Yeah. Yeah, that, bro. Yo. I hate when people want me to do my job. Like, I know you see my lights around and my doors, like, just. Y'all be in this chat just going crazy, bro. I just be making me laugh sometimes. Every team tries to replicate a Lamar Jackson, but they find out the hard way that they're full of crap. Yeah. Yeah. Real talk. Dead serious with you. What did T say? I didn't see what T said. What did T say? Lamar doing this not only shows his leadership mentality, but it shows his true competitiveness. This gesture will change the locker room and will prove that they are not lackadaisical. Facts. They're not playing those games, bro. They want to win. He is about winning. And I'm dead serious. He's going to try to win. Good. Bo-Sip Bo-Star with a $10 donation. Yes. Just showing support. That's love right there, bro. That's love right there. You know I got to hit that stomp on you. Yes. Shout out to you, Bo-Sip Bo-Star, for supporting Best Nation donation. Shout out to you, bro. Much love, man. Thank you for the support. We're here. We are here. Yes. Hey, Chris, yeah. You see that hit Marlon had Sunday? That was a fumble. That wasn't a fumble. That was an interception. That was an interception, Goman. That was a turnover. Marlon hit him. He fumbled. Then it became an interception. The ball never touched the ground. They try to rule it as a whatever. I'm like, how are you going to rule that as that? And they came down with the ball. He came down with the ball. If you want to call simultaneous, whatever. It's after you whistled is when the offensive player then had some possession of the ball. It's nasty work out here. I be saying with a $2 donation. I be saying the only tank we know is B-More is Tank Davis. That's exactly what, bro. That's exactly what Zelly said, bro. Shout out to you, though, bro. Shout out to you. That's exactly what Zelly said, bro. Made me laugh. The only tank we know in B-More is Tank Davis. Facts. We're not tanking. We're not tanking. We are not tanking. Thank you so much for the support. I be saying best nation, donation. Yo. Abdi, oh my God, Abdi with the $5 donation too. Why y'all doing this? Sing, angels, sing. Oh my God, I'm telling y'all, man, I'm the only one who does the stop punch with Mike. With Nitro Nothing. I don't know why I even did that, bro. I be doing just random things. That's the way my mind works. Random stuff, man. Bro, I don't know what came from stop to a punch, but it works. And I love that. Nobody got that. That's why I really love that. Yeah, shout out to Kirk Franklin on that one. Fire song. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I'm glad that we're past some of this trivial stuff. Now it's down to business. The Ravens can only afford to lose one more game for the season. That would make them, at the worst, by losing one game, 11-6. There's no room for anything else. They got to win 10. They only got to be 12 or 11 games. They either have to win out, or they got to lose one at the minimum. They cannot lose two. Two puts them at 10-7. That's not enough in this AFC right now to make the playoffs. There's too many teams. 10, because then that means we would have lost one game, maybe to Pittsburgh, or lost one to the Bengals. We need to win. We need to beat Pittsburgh twice. Jared Tom Nitro Akeem said Baker is better QB than Lamar again. Yeah, we know he a Tampa Bay guy. So that's why he played in Tampa. I believe he played for the Patriots. He gonna try to uphold that. Just trying to get a little bit of traction, losing Lamar's name like usual. Ridiculous. Hey, keep Keaton on the field. Facts. How many times people was acting like Keaton should have been on the field? Right? Keaton should have been on the field. The people at the bottom of the bar, guess we're correct about that one too. And then, don't worry, guys. You know I got another one for y'all. Y'all remember when this happened?
Sit that down there, bird. I'm their muscle. Taking a lot of fucking flack. Fuck them motherfuckers. Let's go.
Yeah, Todd, I believe in you. Yeah. I gave you a chance. I believe in you. I believe in you.
Sit that down there, bird.
And let me try to block that out.
Yeah, I believe in you. Yeah. I gave you a chance. I believe in you. I believe in you.
Like, you can see that some of the stuff has been getting into the locker room. He was hurt, pissed. Sip, you leaving? Don't go. Nah, because y'all going to like my question for today. The question going to be kind of crazy. But if you got to go, blessings to you, coach. Be safe out there. God bless. See you later, bro. Salute. But yeah, Todd was not joking, bro. Like, he's been going through a lot of flack. He's been taking a lot of flack, and wrongfully so to me. Listen, I've at times been hard on Todd Monken because I'm fair about stuff. I never wanted him originally. I'll say it. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I wanted the offensive coordinator from the Chiefs. And I said, I'll give him a chance, but he better be good. This man has done nothing but break records with Lamar Jackson as his quarterback. I don't want to hear how, he has to do better, and you got the defense over there laying an egg every week. Nah. And I know the offense looked very pedestrian, but that's because the offensive line was looking trash. We couldn't even get a 1-yard push on the 1-yard line. You're blaming the coordinator? Nah. Bendito gosh, bonito gosh. Gosh, with a $20 donation. Yes. Hey. Shout out to you, Benito. Contempt Todd for head coach next year. He's going to be gone. Let me make sure that you guys understand this right now. If the Baltimore Ravens come back and make the Super Bowl this year or win the Super Bowl this year, Todd Monken is gone. 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 And you know what song the Ravens fans are going to be singing? Never would have made it. I said, never would have made it without you. That's what they're going to be singing. Best Nation Donation, Benito. Thank you so much for that. Bandito. Yes. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, if we win, y'all got to understand that anytime the Ravens do well, they poach everybody from us. They poach everything. They poach everything. So if we win this year, he's gone. Somebody's gonna offer him a head coaching job. I'm telling you. I'm not even asking you guys. Unless Harbaugh, what would be the perfect thing for to happen is if Harbaugh said, you know what? I'm gonna leave out on top. I've won with Ray Lewis. I've won with Lamar Jackson. Let me get my statue. I'm going up into management. Right? And he walks off into the sunset. That would be the perfect scenario for him to move into the leadership role, to be a head coach for the Baltimore Ravens. Real talk. I don't know how well he'll do as a head coach, but we know what he can do with an offense with Lamar Jackson. But if we win this year, he's not coming back. I do not see him coming back. I do not. No. He's already been here for what? 3 seasons? Yeah. I can see somebody saying, look, we gonna give you that money. Straight up. Sean Cole, what up, what up, what up? Don't you and Raven live in Florida? What y'all don't root for the Dolphins? Let me find out. Nah. I'm not originally from Florida. You can't tell, like, all right. If I'm talking normal, this would be like my accent, like right here. Like if I'm talking just with like friends and everything, this would be my normal accent. I'm not at work or I'm not trying to do something else, trying to sound very like intelligent, very neutral and based on my talking. This is my natural accent right here. So like, you know where I'm from. I'm from up north. Like real talk. I just know I have to change it up and talk understandably proper when I need to. Understanding place, time, having different faces for different situations. It allows you to expand your horizons. Yeah, Mike, and Brooklyn, of course. Flatbush is where my father and them are from, my father and my mother. They came from Jamaica, and then they all moved to Flatbush. The main Flatbush church where they used to go to church. Yeah, I'm from New York. Yeah. I see, that's crazy, right? Like changing voices and stuff like that, that's what I do naturally. Even when I used to sing when I was younger. Now, my best friend from Bronx. My best friend is from the Bronx, but my family from Brooklyn. Tax said, yeah! I used to live right across from the corner store. And let me tell you something right now. If you're from New York, we don't call it the bodega. We call it the corner store. We don't call it I'm going to the bodega. We don't call it that. or if you're meeting something like, bro, that voice thing, you got to be able to do that. Coach, you work in school. You know exactly what I'm talking about. When it's time for you to go meet the superintendents and everything, hello. Yes. Sip the Tally is my name. Yes, I do love teaching. It is something that I've done for over 20 plus years. Their smiles, the success stories for these children truly are a fuel for me to continue to gradually move forward in my life. Now, at this time, I would love to move into being a principal. If I was given an opportunity, there are some things I would like to change up. Let me know. That's it. That's Coach. Yo, the Brooklyn jumps out. Yeah. Like, and the funny thing is, I left New York when I was young. But my father, all my cousins, it just stayed. So, like, I'll give you the perfect example. I had cousins that came down way later than I did, right? And then when they came down, they started adapting to like the Florida way of speaking while I still spoke like this. And my cousins, my older cousins would point it out. They'd be like, how he sound like he from New York more than y'all do? And then they'd be like, I don't know, cuz. Oh! Lil B. This man, bro, with the $10 donation. Yes! Shout out for the donation. Best Nation donation. Thank you so much for that. That man said, yo, shout out to you for supporting, man. Breaking news, Lions DN Hutchinson is signing a 4-year, $180 million extension, including $141 million guaranteed. Yikes. Dang. Elwood with a $2 donation. Man said now do a British accent. My British is kind of off, because it kind of sounds like I'm kind of Irish too. But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, yeah? Yeah. I try to do it sometimes to talk, but, you know, when we're here, you know, crumpets and biscuits that we eat, we try to do it different ways. Yeah, man. He put on that grape pie, and yo. Yo. Why is he refusing to trade for? I don't know why he's not trading for him already. I do not know. I do not know, bro. It makes no sense to me. How you don't get Zeitler and you know we're so shortchanged in that predicament. Christian Son with a $5 donation on the CashApp. Yes! Best Nation donation. Thank you so much for that. Hit up the CashApp. You know that's directly to me too. Shout out to you, man. I haven't hit it with it. Yes! Woo! Hey, yo, Nitro, check your phone. I did, but I got you. As I checked it, it said, hold on. If you see it, it says now. It said now. So, yeah. But that's what I'm trying to say, man. They're making White Troll's crazy. Listen, White Troll is, bro, y'all keep thinking it's not me. White Troll's his own person. He lives here. He works in the radio, the record store down over there on 41. It's not me. Real New Yorkers speak Spanglish. Listen, I can understand some Spanish. I can't really understand it too much. Because, you understand why, but. Now, can you explain to me why Kib is always taking shots at Lamar? Lamar is the low-hanging fruit. Everybody knows if you bring up anything negative with him, it's going to make its rounds. A lot of guys are jealous of him too, because a lot of them were quarterbacks when they were younger. They were forced to switch positions because they said that with their athleticism and stuff like that, they'd be better suited in different positions. So a lot of guys don't like Lamar simply because in their heads, they were never given the opportunity or allowed to pursue being a quarterback like how he pushed through. So there's a little bit of animosity towards him and people don't talk about that. That's a curve that a lot of people don't talk about. That if I broke it down, people would be like, wow. And it's true. A lot of the older players, if you go and check it out, like a lot of them had to switch their positions because they're athletic. Because they said, oh, you could be better suited being a cornerback, wide receiver, certain stuff like that. But yeah, so it's sad, but it is what it is. People hurt. And that's how it goes. So they're going to continually take shots at him. It's the way it goes sometimes. That's the way it goes. That's the way it is. Things will never be the same. Never be the same. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's just the way it is. Oh, yeah, yeah. I feel no changes. All I see is racist faces. I love that song by Tupac, too. But, yeah, so that's where we're at right now with it. But, you know what I'm saying? We'll get to see where it goes today. Tomorrow, you already know the game. I will be live for the game. So be there, be square, guys. Yeah, they pigeonholed him. They're mad that he's the one that didn't get pigeonholed. You ever watched Django? You ever watch the movie Django? And there was a guy when Django was on the horse, and it was one of the slave. He was looking at Django pissed, and he kept side eyeing him. Right? It's almost the same thing. It's like, why wasn't I given that opportunity? Right? And I love that. The movie's a great movie. But he's like, why wasn't I given that opportunity? And I think I'm better than you. So that's where that comes. That dynamic starts to place itself. And it's very nuanced. And it's not something I have time to go over this morning. But yeah. Django's a fire movie. That was an amazing movie. Amazing. From beginning to end, amazing. Amazing. But guys, I'm sorry to say. I know internet's been messing up. Had to start a little late. And I'm sorry. But that's another episode of the Wunderkind Morning Show. Now, y'all know how we end every show. We end with a little bit of questioning, a little bit of nostalgia trivia, but trivia overall. Now, this isn't so much trivia as more as a question. Okay? Seabredo with a $2 donation. Facts. It was discussed on the evolution of QB. Yup. And a lot of people don't like touching it because it's so nuanced. But you know, this is the Wunderkind Morning Show. We touch on everything. We ain't scared to broach any topic. But yeah, so check this out, guys. This is a question. I got a lot of foodies in here. I know I've been telling a lot of foodies are in this chat. I ain't the only foodie in here. All right? If you had to give up one forever, never eat it again, never see it on your plate, never see it at the dinner table, you got to give up one. Which one are you picking? I need to know that now. I need to know. I need to know. I need to know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let me know. Hey. Forget it. Alfredo, macaroni, and cheese. Lasagna. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa! What did we pick? What did we pick? Hold up. Y'all saying lasagna? Oh, y'all out here wilding. Y'all out here wilding. Super pause. Yeah, bro, super pause. Bro, hold on. Y'all really giving up lasagna? Nah, bro. I'm sorry. Spaghetti can get out of here. Bye, spaghetti. Macaroni and cheese is untouchable. That's the only one that cannot be touched. Mac and cheese. If anybody said mac and cheese, you have to come see me. You know, mac and cheese, like, come on now, bro. Nah. But shrimp Alfredo, when you're going out to eat and you're scared of the menu, it's either burger or some type of Alfredo, right? Chicken Alfredo, shrimp Alfredo, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm keeping that because those are my go-tos. If I got to go out to eat, it's either a burger or the Alfredo. One of the two. I'm not changing all this weird other stuff because you ain't going to be messing with my stomach. No, got me in there talking about some... No, it's not happening with me. No. So, and my mom's lasagna, shout outs to Mom Dukes. You really think I'm about to give up the lasagna for my mom's? Are you out of your mind? Buy spaghetti. This man King Blaze says spaghetti better than lasagna. You're not scared of God? Like you really said that? Hold up, King Blaze. What? Annie Alfredo was too good. Alfredo's nice, bro. Hold up, what are you giving to the dog? What are y'all saying in this chat? I'm throwing Alfredo in the lake. Bruh, y'all out here wild. Oh my God. Chicken Alfredo is fire. Fire. That's always the going out meal. If you're going out eating somewhere nice, oh, what would you like, sir? Well, you know I don't drink, but I'll take your finest lemon water and some chicken Alfredo. We don't got any chicken. We'll make it shrimp then. I'm feeling a little adventurous. It is Nitro. Meatballs go hard. Hey, yo! Pause! Yo! Nah, bro. No. I'll give up the spaghetti any day. Macaroni and cheese is the only one that anybody cannot give up on this list. That's the untouchable one. The other three you can argue. I told you why I pick what I pick. Alfredo's the going out meal. Lasagna, my mom's lasagna is goated. Spaghetti it is. Bye. I'm not Italian. I'm Jamaican. I barely see spaghetti as is. And I was never a Chef Boyardee kid because me went up the place with me from me nose. Chick foot, chicken back, nothing always, nothing I go away. What's wrong with Dick? Hey, yo. Oh. What is going on here? Egregious speaking in the chat. Egregious. Yo, Coach, I'm not the only my woman that. Shout out to Tim. See me now with a $2 donation. Yeah, not everybody makes a good Alfredo sauce. True, that is true. But it's probably one of the most, if you're going out to eat, it's the hardest thing to really mess up. And when I'm going out to eat, I either get a burger or some type of Alfredo. That is it. I don't get nothing else. Because people, listen, I've been at places where the food messed people up for weeks. That's not going to be me, bro. I could take a punch to the face. I could get hit by a car. I'll be fine. But you see when you mess with a man's stomach, got me in the fetal position, now I'm straight. I'm good. Hey, I've heard Haitian spaghetti is really good, too. I heard that. Yo, I'm with T. Raven. I know you are, Coach. He's like, I like my woman's thick, so thick. It's crazy work. But guys, this is another episode of the Wunderkind Morning Show. I love you guys. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting the show. I will see you here same time tomorrow. Don't miss it. Be here. And we got more breakdowns, okay, guys? But have a great day. Much love. Stay safe. And I'm out this piece. Peace. And I'm out. Finish him, Daddy. Do not